What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another segment of Overdose. I'm your host, Don Jaye. Today, I am joined by a special guest,
Kimia Kasari.
All right, so she's been in a couple of videos. She's very familiar with Red Pill, but she doesn't know where it comes from because she hasn't watched the movie The Matrix, which you should, because again,
it's just not something that I thought I would ever be interested in. So
well, you should. So today videos we about to watch is what is the role of a woman from a woman.
That's interesting.
I saw the last video that you was much more like, shh, stop telling all the secrets. So maybe this video might give you the same type of vibe.
Yeah, I will add something though before we start.
Go ahead.
I'm Persian, obviously, so the role of woman, like where I'm from, which is Iran, for those of you who don't know what Persian is, it's very like, I'm interested to see what she's saying because I was brought up like
a specific way.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
So this title already gives you what? What are you feeling or thinking when you already see this title?
I don't know. Like, I'm hoping that she's gonna say everything that's in my mind.
Okay.
But I have a feeling she's gonna be like, women are strong and they're equal and they need to do everything the guys do. But I don't know because it's coming from a female. So, you know, it could go either way.
Okay.
But I'm interested to see what she says.
All right, so let's jump into it.
Yeah.
Stay in competition. Be stronger. Get your nails did. Get your promotion and rally for women's rights. Allow others to raise your children so you can blame the system that they didn't turn out as wonderful as they could have. Turn to the government. Vote your way to happiness. This time we're in contains a message, and I believe it's a perfect time for modern women to reflect on who they really are, what our natural place is, the natural order that brings peace and fulfillment to ourselves, our families, our communities, and our wonderful men.
Okay.
Get it, girl.
What's up with this intro?
Hello everyone, my name is Jaye Milewski. This is my YouTube channel. I do plan on doing a commenting on comments video tomorrow, depending upon participation. So if you would like me to do that, then just use the keyword at the end of this video in your comment. And if it's a good comment and I want to, freedom here, then I will comment on your comment tomorrow in the video. But if there's not a lot of
Did you hear that
participation,
noise?
then
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Okay, so that's why
Is
it's
that
gonna
a
go.
dog
Let's
or
get
is
into
that
it.
her stomach?
So I know that women have been purposely
Sounds like
infiltrated with
growling.
fairy tales
Exactly.
in classrooms that dismiss men, their innovations, their integrity, their protection, their strength, their very essence, in pursuit of the agenda for women to share or entirely assume the burden that is not naturally best fought and won by women. These fairy tales and classrooms show women winning in arenas that they don't naturally win in. They thrust women on the shoulders of superiority, of domination. The world can be on the woman's
I
shoulders,
feel like
and
she's
it's no
reading a
problem.
script right now.
Women are so strong,
like
they
she's
can do the
reading a
job of one
script.
woman and a
think
man,
so?
or 5 men, or 10. Who needs men? You with me, ladies? Women are invincible. Well, I'm not. 2 awesome people are better than 1, is my opinion. So I don't want to spit on the notion that some individuals, women in this case, have the strength and fortitude to endure hard times or be taken by a flatus, or that a woman cannot be a bel esprit or survive on her own. But just because they're able doesn't mean it's best. There are a lot of people who are freaking out right now. You know who's not freaking out right now? Real men. Here's my definition of a real man. A real man has spent his time, or most of it, cultivating himself. He's strong, patient, stoic, capable, accepting. He does what he can and accepts what he can't. He doesn't accept the wrong in the world, but he sees the wrong and does not let it penetrate his world, or if he has one, his home. I'm using home in a different way. I'll get to it. Now, what constitutes world is different.
So do you agree with what her definition of what a real man is?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Do you?
Yeah, basically.
For each man, but for every real man, the world starts with his mind. And once the mind is firmly secured by its rightful property owner, the real man may extend his property portfolio. Bedroom, house, cabin, property, farm, personal community, etc. Every man has a personal property line and he keeps it safe from evil. He's not a hoarder. He doesn't hold on to anything,
What is
mindset,
that noise?
material,
I don't know.
relationships, anything that would be a liability rather than an asset. And he adds to his property portfolio when he feels his masculine nature desires him to take on more. He does this because he carries what he can and his strength is ever increasing. But he doesn't burden himself with a weight that he can't handle, whether it's emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, etc.
I think that's just any smart person.
Yeah.
It don't even necessarily have to be a real man to be like, you know, I want to burden myself with responsibilities that I'm not ready for.
Exactly.
But
some real men's personal property is a real woman. Woohoo! That's when a man finds his
It's
home.
kind of funny.
Yeah.
He's been out in the world, wandering, chopping down trees, honing his mind, conquering, failing, succeeding, building, learning. And then one day he thinks, you know what? I'm ready to settle down, find myself a home. Now, any ladies offended at my words, please hold on, or don't, whatever. Women still have personal responsibility. I'm not saying property in the sense that you have no autonomy, not at all. You always have personal responsibility, and with it comes freedom to make your own decisions, to choose your steps. Without the ability to make your own decisions comes a loophole to profess how nothing is your fault. You're a victim, your husband's the worst, or you were just following orders. Think of the I just work here mentality. But when a woman uses her good judgment, she gives herself, her body, her spirit to a man. It is a voluntary act between her and the man. Hers is a submissive gesture to be in partnership with the man, and a real man leads his woman. I think some women hate the idea because they think.
Do you agree that in the relationship dynamics, it should be the man that leads the relationship?
Yeah.
And the interactions?
Yeah.
Okay, so so you want to be led in every relationship?
Well, I mean, to a certain extent.
So
I don't know. But after she talks a little bit more, I'll discuss I'll share like what my things are.
Okay.
But like, I don't like the word like submissive.
You don't like the word submissive?
I mean, maybe in the bedroom, but not as like a female should be submissive to a man. Like, one of the guys that I used to date said like, I'm looking for, you know, the woman should be submissive. And it's like, I just don't like that word used in that way. You know what I'm saying?
But why? Why specifically?
Because I just feel like I'm not just gonna bow down to you and do everything and whatever. In the bedroom, yes, like that is fine. But just like in general, I don't know. There's something about that word that just I don't like it.
Okay, so it's more so the word for you than the actual guy leading the relationship.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. It sounds like it's the same thing, but
exactly.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess it could be put in a better way. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I'll just say it. The man, I feel like, and now I'm not saying that, oh, I just want to find a man that's going to provide for me and, you know, bring in all the bread and I'm just going to sit on my ass all day long. Mm-hmm. No. But the way I was raised and brought up, it's like a man takes care of the household and everything, and the woman does the cooking, the cleaning, all of that.
So can you cook, clean, and all of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love cooking.
Okay, so you were looking for that type of dynamic in your personal life. And do you feel like other women are looking for that type of relationship?
I think so, but some people might be just wanting that because they're too lazy to work. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna still run my own business and do whatever, but it's like the man should be the breadwinner in the relationship, in the marriage, and be the provider, and then you can have your own stuff going on, but, you know, really cooking, cleaning, being a mom, all that good stuff. Because a guy, I don't think, is really good at that, so you have to have a nice little balance.
Okay, all right.
Do you agree? I don't know why are you saying it like that.
No, because there's a lot of things that you said that I would want to push back on, or at least get more clarification. Okay. But that would make for a very long video.
Yeah. All right.
But a real man's intention is to lead you both to a good life or a better life every day. The goal is to live a good life, safety and happiness, joy and the obtainment of goals. You're his home, and a real man takes care of his home. My prediction is that if there are women listening that don't like it, you're of two different sets. There's two different sets of women. First are the ones with a certain mindset, which creates the second type. The mindset guides the woman's decisions, which creates an outcome. So it's a mindset and an outcome. You're living either in one of those. The mindset I refer to is one in which the belief is held that a patriarchy is inhibiting to a woman's personal happiness. That patriarchy hurts women, not helps. That patriarchy must be eradicated. That women must show men who's boss. And it's women. It's a mindset of competition.
And it's women.
It's pretty much dick envy. This mindset leads to the outcome. Women who have chosen to partner up with a man, not a real man, but the kind of man they had professed to want, the kind of man they sought out, the kind of man who wants a woman to dominate them. They want the woman to wear the pants. These women choose poorly and suffer the consequences. They don't respect their weak man. But keep in mind, those men are suffering too. That's where a lot of people are right now, hence this video topic. These women suffer from building their minds and life on a false reality. It's faulty construction. They've learned how to build a house from a glass blower. They follow the advice and end up in a weak glass house. Life is fragile, so the shelter in your home should not be. I find it amazing how many women repel the idea of loving one man, working hard with and for one man, yet give their devotion and trust to a government. Some women choose to believe in one, tens, hundreds, or thousands of people having their back, your back, instead of believing in one man. Why? I'm beginning to think that women have suffered such a blow from feminism that they honestly don't know how to add real value to the world or to a relationship.
Do you feel like what she just said? Because I feel like that's a very powerful statement. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly.
That's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Do you feel like, but specifically that last part about feminism, you know, being independent, not needing a man, do you feel like that is more what you resonate with, or no, not really?
Yeah, because I'm naturally I'm like an independent person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would love to, you know, have a partner and all that,
mm-hmm.
but do I think I absolutely like need it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I think I am kind of with her on that.
Okay.
In a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think my theory is exhibited all around. So my loose theory is that because women forgot or outright dismiss how they can add value to their relationships, they fear that if a real man found out who they were, he wouldn't want to have their back. The government, on the other hand, doesn't know.
I think this brings up a very good question. What do you feel like you bring to a relationship? Because I know in other videos you said you want a man that's, you know, strong, status, money, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like you bring to a relationship?
Great sex. I'm just kidding. No, you know, obviously, all right. So, loyalty, good companionship.
Okay.
I got my own money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like just a good partner, someone to have fun with, someone to grow with. Like I'm always open to new ideas as far as like business, making money, all of that. So I feel like it's not fair for me to ask of those things from a man and not be able to provide that myself.
Gotcha.
You know, and I feel like if both of those people have that, that makes for a good relationship.
Even stronger relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes
Exactly.
sense.
So, you know, mental stability, you know, just aside from all the attraction and sex and all that, like financially stable, I feel like it really takes out a lot of stress.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
because I feel like if the woman doesn't bring their own financial stability, you're gonna be like kind of like taking care of them. It's kind of like having a kid. You'd like, you know, just taking care of them as well as taking care of yourself instead of they being by themselves and you just enhancing what's already there.
Now, let me just add that I still, even though like I have my own money, all that stuff, I feel like as a male, like, you know, you should be more, like I know I mentioned like being a breadwinner and whatever. I'm still gonna have my own money and own shit. Like I'm still gonna pay for certain things, but I feel like the male should be the one that, you know, takes most of the burden.
Give me a percentage.
Ooh. A percentage? I would say like 75 to 85.
Okay, that's not bad. So 75% should be, financially speaking, should be a man, and then the rest 25 is the woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a good thing.
I feel like that's good.
I mean, I'm not gonna be okay with 50-50.
Gotcha.
I just feel
so you're not okay with 50-50?
I'm not.
Okay.
Because I feel like I don't know.
No, go ahead.
Like, even some of my friends, they're like in relationships, you know, and I'm like, well, how do you, because I've never lived with a guy. So I'm like, well, how does rent work? Like, how do you guys da-da-da? And they're like, oh, we split that shit in half. And I'm like, like, my man is not going to make me pay fucking half of everything. And I know that sounds crazy, and a lot of people might say, well, that's not fair. But for me personally, like, that's what I would want.
Okay.
A guy to, because I'm going to be giving you, like, yes, you're going to be paying more money, but I'll be cooking, cleaning, doing all this stuff. So it's like, at least give me something, which I feel like for men, it would be best if it was financial, and then I could just bring in things in other ways.
Okay. And what? Give me a few examples of what other ways.
I just said.
Oh, okay, got you.
The cooking
so
and
the
cleaning, and you know, taking care of things.
Okay.
And you just pay most of the rent.
Got you.
You know?
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Know them, not personally. So do you think that's why some women depend on government?
What do you think?
Because in order to have support, they
Tell me.
No. It's just, I personally think it just depends on what your personal things want.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with wanting even 100%. There's nothing wrong with wanting 0%. Nothing wrong with 50%.
I mean, it would be great 100%, but at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't be okay with myself if I just made my man like, you know. Like,
yeah. And also you gotta understand the dynamics when that changes. If it's 50-50, then obviously the relationship is gonna be more so 50-50.
Yeah.
If it's 100-0, obviously you better be fucking doing what that nigga says at all times.
All the
if
time,
he says kiss my feet, you probably gonna be kissing feet.
You better,
Yeah, so I'm just saying, you just gotta understand the dynamics of what you're getting into.
For
That's
sure.
all my thing is.
mustn't be truly known. Perhaps they hide behind the notion that they're worthy of support, that they're a good person who's worth being saved, as long as it's by someone who doesn't know them. If that makes you upset, it might be worth taking a deep dive into who you really are and what you really provide. Oh, but wait, I know. The government doesn't just have your back, it's the nation's back. They're looking out for everyone. Okay, fine. If that brings you comfort, fine. But the only way people really look at the world is through their own lens. You don't want to die. Yeah, I know. You don't want anyone else to die. How noble. But really, it's you you're concerned about. You live your entire life thinking about you. And let me guess, it's also the government who thinks about you, who cares about you. Because government doesn't think about themselves. They're altruistic. That's why they were voted in, right? Is to think about you. People in government aren't really known for killing and starving their own kind. Democide has only killed less than Charles Manson. Wait. I might have that wrong. Well, anyway, if you want, you look up the numbers on democide. Ladies, we've had it wrong for a long while. And not all ladies, but a lot of ladies. Women have been raised, like I said before, within classrooms that vilify men and bolsters government and women. We've seen cartoons where the woman is the smart, strong hero. We've seen action movies that give women totally fake powers over men. But they never show a woman's true superhero strength. They don't show the key to how to live and die a meaningful life. So what is our strength? You want to guess?
Giving birth.
Femininity. Let's play the worst case scenario game. Okay, let's say shit goes down, like serious shortages, fighting individuals, banding together. So feminists, or any ladies who have stated that they want total equality, for the strong independent proclaimers, do you really, really, really want an equal fight with the bad man? Do you really think that's your natural place, to fight and win? Or would it be an unfair fight, so you would want the guy to say something like, okay, well, I'll give you 10 swings before I hit you. But that wouldn't be equal, would it? For the banding together scenario, do you really think that you should be taken on in a group?
How do you feel about equality as a whole and feminism as a whole?
How do I feel about it? Like, be more specific.
Okay, so what she's saying is
a lot.
No, what she's saying
what I mean?
is she's saying specifically you say that you want equality, but you actually don't want equality. Especially physically. The example that she just gave, physically.
Yeah. I don't know, honestly. I feel like me personally, or you want me to speak?
No, I'm talking about you personally.
Okay.
You personally.
Me personally, no equality. I know that sounds fucked up.
No, yes.
But, well, I guess it just depends. But for the most part, I would agree that a lot of people say equality, but they don't really want that.
Here's the problem that I have with the overall equality thing, or equality in general, or there's just a movement in general. It's not really a problem, but a concern. So before, it was more like the guy had way more money because he had a better job.
Right.
So he had way more money, so he could provide majority of the financial, problems, or what do you call it, situations, whatever, than the woman. So she stayed at home, she, cooked, clean, blah, blah, blah. But now in 2020, it's literally equal. If you got the same job and the same credentials and same everything, it's literally equal. So I don't necessarily think it's fair for a guy to be still paying for everything like it was 1950 when the girl makes just as much, or if not more, than what the guy makes. I think that's where my mind gets like, that's interesting.
I mean, if you think about it in 2020, like, yeah, I agree that sucks, but I still see it as, I might be like, oh, we're equal, you know what I'm saying? I should have the same rights as you, and blah, 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 blah. But when it comes down to it, it's like, do you really want that, though? You want, I don't know. I'm okay with men having more power and all that shit. I'm not like, I mean, it would be great if women did, and, but when it comes down to, like, I feel like men have done a great job so far.
I mean, I can't
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, everyone, I get that, like, females want to be, like, recognized more, and they want more power and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, let's just leave that up to the guys. Like, let them handle that shit.
I don't fully agree, but I do get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because you're a woman, or you're black, or you're Hispanic, or you're tall, or you're skinny, or you're fat? Is that how equality works? Do you really think you should be chosen to split wood over a more qualified man just because you're a woman? Here's one. Do you really want to walk through dangerous streets with a feminist man? One who also believes that you're equal to him in all ways?
Do what you want to the girl, but leave.
I know, that's a great question. Do you?
No.
Oh, okay. Got you. So you want the guy to be like, I'm a guy, I should be the one that protects you, make sure that you're safe. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just be very.
I mean, do you not agree? Like,
no, I agree. I just want them to know that's what you're thinking. That's all.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Like, I just feel like men should have more responsibilities, protection, all that shit, and like, not saying that I can't fucking protect myself. Like, let somebody run up on me, But at the same time, I just feel like as a man, you should be the protector. You should
No, I agree.
all this stuff. Like, I just think that in any aspect, I feel like, I don't want to say any, but in a lot of things, I feel like men should be more and do more.
Okay. No, I 100% agree with the protection thing. I think as men, as a matter of fact, as just male mammals, you are literally here to protect the women, the other species, your family, and things like that. Period.
Leave me alone.
These scenarios are something that most people are not faced with, but they're still great examples of the ridiculousness of the modern feminist point of view. You take a mindset, a theory, and apply it to the worst case scenario. If it's a good theory, it must also work in today's landscape. The truth is, as far as I can see, women have power, but they forgot it. They forgot. It's all the goddess groups and the women's get-togethers. They aren't really focusing on your real power, your real strength. They're just trying to teach you how to use your natural power in unnatural ways. You know what I want? I want to walk through the streets with a real man who understands that I'm not his equal, I'm his home. I want to support a real man who can fight a bad man. And then when the time is over and his testosterone is still pumping through his veins and violence is in his eyes and it's time to bring him back home to peace, it is my job to love him. Some people say it's called fucking the war out of men.
Yeah.
That's why porn is popular. Here's my opinion. Because men like the reward that comes with masculine acts. Men who are just masculine for themselves, who conquer only for themselves, have no one to fuck the war out of them. So they praise themselves. You know what I mean?
So funny.
She's crazy.
Oh my god.
Or hire someone to do it. It's logical.
Hire
I get it.
someone
Like,
to
whoa,
do
I did a
it.
good job. I chopped some wood.
Sometimes I feel like that might be easy.
Okay, getting back to ladies. Do you really want to compete with men over scarce resources? I don't. I want to be on the side of one man who doesn't believe in equality but takes pride in protection in what is his. So what is our natural role, women, ladies? Our role is to be at home and to make it his home, to nurture him, to fuck the war out of him, to bring him back to a place of peace. Home is your heart, your arms, your body. Home is the cooking that you do for him. Cooking is no joke. Knowing what your man likes and then
Especially
preparing him
cleaning
with a smile.
afterwards. Oh my God. This
Yeah.
shit is a bitch.
Yeah, that's why I don't cook.
Sean, you don't cook? Oh my God. Can I cook for you one day?
Yeah.
Yay.
Sure. I normally just get fucking
I like-
takeout.
I like cooking for other people more than I like cooking for myself.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's weird. I think maybe
And
because it's I don't know. Maybe it's because maybe that's a woman thing. I don't know. But me personally, I don't even like cooking for myself.
I do
son.
it because, if I'm being honest, I like for you, I like hearing, oh my God, this is amazing, Kim. Thank you so much. Afterwards. Like, that is just like the icing on the cake.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
like,
okay.
I enjoy doing it. I make it with love. And it's like, you know, afterwards you're just like, oh my God, this is so good. I'm like, yes. You know, it makes me feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like some Persian dish?
I can make you Persian spaghetti.
I'll try it. Never
I
had
mean,
it.
Persian spaghetti, like everyone's like, oh, spaghetti, that's easy.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
very different. I make everything from scratch except for the pasta.
All right. Now I'm excited.
Smile on your face is a big deal. If it were a little deal, half the women in America wouldn't bitch and moan about it. Half the women in America would actually know how to do it. I mean, that's how lost we are. Some women are so lost in narcissism and competition that they don't even know how to cook. Home is the solace he feels in a real woman's company. Home is the way he feels in your presence because there's no posturing, no competing, no orders. Home is the words of consolation and support he hears from your lips, the lips of the woman he's chosen who has chosen him. A real woman's role is to
I
keep
agree.
things
That's
clean. The house, the children, the communication, the intentions. Your role is to keep your children safe and likable and jolly and sharp and useful. Your job is to make him laugh through thick and thin. Your job is to rub his shoulders after he's tilled the garden or felled a tree or had a hard day at the office. Your job is to stay as beautiful as you can so he has something wonderful to look at. The job
yeah.
of a real woman
Always.
is to be the someone that he can look at with genuine fondness and think, she's mine. And you look at him with fondness and think, he's mine. And
Amen,
that brings
girl.
you both
Yes,
such an
yes.
abundance of meaning and pride and fulfillment and provides you with such ambition to keep providing more and more for each other that you realize that when the roles are skewed and men stop acting like men and women stop acting like women and things become out of balance, it brings about misery and destruction. Ladies, we're not meant to leave our homes, we're meant to.
So overall, are you agreeing with majority? Because me personally, I'm actually really agreeing with everything that she says.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you agree with
definitely.
everything that she says about the
Yeah,
different
I mean,
roles
that's what
of
I
the-
said at the beginning of the video. Like, even, you know, in Iran, like, men work and bring in the money, and the women make sure that their marriage and family and home is taken care of.
Okay.
You know, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't want to do what you want to do as far as, like, business and all this stuff. You can still do that shit.
Yeah.
Bring in
exactly.
your own money, you know what I mean? But I feel like that, yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be
Let me see if she says anything else.
to build our home, to reinforce our home, to make the home welcoming and beautiful and smell good and have all the space and readiness for your real man's heart. When you do that and you find a real man who's ready for you, he will focus on his property, his home. He cares for it, works hard for it, thinks about it when he's gone and can't wait to get back to it. Or not. Or not. Stay in competition. Be stronger. Get your nails did. Get your promotion and rally for women's rights. Allow others to raise your children so you can blame the system that they didn't turn out as wonderful as they could have. Turn to the government. Vote your way to happiness. Order takeout forever. Go to school to obtain a degree that keeps
That's
you away
you.
from the house so you can fight with your partner about how
That's
hard
him.
you work outside of the house and that he should do more work around the house, more chores. Go and spend a lot of money on education that keeps you forced to work in a city because that's where all the jobs are. So Joe Biden and frankly, most of the government is calling for the government to support families, communities, and small businesses. Question: do you believe that families, communities, and businesses are important? If you do, then act like it. Be the backbone of your family. Provide for your family. Because strong families create strong communities. And you know what thrives on strong communities? Small businesses. It's simple, right? Is it easy? No. Is it simple? It is. So today's
So yeah, okay. So overall, your dynamic is, just to put it in a like 15-second, summary. What would you say for a woman? What is the role of a woman?
We should take care of our men in basically by cooking, cleaning, make sure he's okay, all that stuff, nurturing, emotionally,
Okay, gotcha.
spiritually, all that stuff. And I feel like men should be more of like the providers and
Protectors.
security.
Gotcha.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree 100% with that.
Yeah.
Okay, where can they find you?
All right, so
Oh, guys. Just 3 times.
business Instagram is Ziva Beauty by Kimia. That's the Instagram handle. So go check it out. And I don't have a personal Instagram yet, but I will get back on it. And on Snapchat, it's Kimia Kasari, Kimia Kosarii, 2 I's at the end.
Okay.
So find me and.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So if you enjoy videos like this, make sure you hit the links in the description below. Join me on my Patreon army. We trying to get up there. And yeah.
We need
Peace.
more females too.
Huh?
Girls.
Oh no, I'm telling you, it's like 99% men. But if you're a female and watching this, let me know, comment section below what you think. Peace.